speaker for the day, and that is our incoming Toastmasters president, Madam Jennifer Okaima-Piet. Miss Jennifer Okaima-Piet is our current VPPR. Next month, she will be our new club president. She has a real commitment to improving our club, including building our membership and connecting with members. In this evaluation and feedback, which is the second speech project, Jennifer will be using feedback received from her previous speech a few months ago to present an improved version of what can you do with $7.50 to $10 per month. Whenever you're ready, Toastmaster Jennifer Okaima-Piet, take it away.
Thank you, Mr. Toast, leader of the day, fellow Toast leaders and guests. What can you do with $7.50 or even $10 per month? Have you ever thought about this? I know for a minute, my pausing at the beginning of this speech was not to furthest you in any way. I wanted each and every one of you to take a few minutes to think about this question. Upon your reflection, if you are willing to share, I would like you to type in the chat box and let us know what your concept or your idea behind a $10 budget per month looks like. What will you spend it on? I will read through the chat as I see the, oh, awesome. Coffee, support quality journalism, join Toastmasters, food, transits. Excellence. These are all great ideas. So on my own, I did a few research based on my spending habits and also just out of curiosity to know what's out there in today's world. The usual question is, if you want to know how in tune someone is with their reality, ask them how much does a gallon of milk cost? If they don't know, you know that they are not really in touch with our world. But here is what it looks like. For $3.65, you can get yourself a 16 ounces of green apron blend coffee from Starbucks, just one. And then if you are like me and you double that per month, I think that might be a little bit over $10 by the time you add the taxes. An apple a day keeps the doctor away, they say. So maybe we want to stay away from coffee and embrace a more like sustainable living habits. Even with $10, you can get yourself more than one bag of apple per month. How about Subway? You can get yourself a 6-inch sandwich with chips and drink for $6 per month. If you like to Netflix and chill, $10 would allow you to subscribe for the standard Netflix subscription. And that usually comes with ad. Like, who loves ads interrupting your favorite shows and movies? Megabus tells us with $1, you can travel to New York from DC. I've tried that thing, it doesn't really work. At the end of the day, how much you pay for a trip from DC to New York really depends on, one, the time you decide to travel, and the route that the Megabus will take. Okay, so let's be a little bit more responsible. If you are more into intellectually stimulating activities, $10 per month will not get you an Audible subscription. But it can get you a New York Times digital subscription, because now they allow you to subscribe for $1 per week. So what do you think? Today, for my speech, I am going to be sharing one thing that you can do with a $10 budget per month. And I think somebody already gave us a hint in the chat box. You can put that towards your, you can put that towards your Toastmasters Club membership. At Toastmasters, we often think that we come here to build our public speaking skills. That is very true. But the additional things you benefit from being a member includes building your leadership skills and other like areas that you might want to improve on. Personally, I joined Toastmasters because I'm a very introverted person, and I'm more like a fly on the wall type of person. I love like just sitting, observing, and like taking everything in. And when it's time to like contribute, I get very nervous, like scattered thoughts. I don't know how to like, present my points clearly. And you can't really tell. Toastmasters is helping me in every way. And I would like to invite everyone to consider prioritizing club membership every month when you create your budget. Let's do some maths. So at the US Senate Toastmasters Club, we have suspended the club dues, which means with just $30, you can pay for your membership from June 1st through to September 30th. For new members, there's an additional fee of $20 that you pay to activate your membership. Toastmasters International will raise its dues to $60 for 6 months from October 2023, which means that instead of a $7.50 monthly membership, you'll be paying $10 per month. Not to create any confusion, Toastmasters International, we do not charge monthly. We pay our membership fees every 6 months. But this is just to give you an idea of what your financial commitments will look like. And to give credit to whom credit is due, all of these data I got from our Toastmasters website, the US Senate Toastmasters Club. And also recently I attended Club Officer trainings, and John Kinsman, who used to be a former District 36 Director, 2015 to 2016, made a case for what a $7.50 can do for you and your professional growth. So this idea was inspired by his training. At the US Senate Toastmasters Club, I already said it, we provide a very positive and mutually supportive environment for every member to develop both their communications and leadership skills. I've been a member of Toastmasters since October 2016, and I can tell you the US Senate Toastmasters Club is one of my favorites because it's very supportive and very enabling for everyone, irrespective of your professional background or your academic background, or every club have what they need, right? There was a club that actually asked me to send me my resume before they consider opening the club membership to me. We don't do that here. We want everybody to succeed. In the voice of Bonnie, whenever I feel very discouraged and I don't feel like attending our club meeting, maybe because I'm overwhelmed at work or even family commitments, I just remember Bonnie's voice in my head. There was a day she stared into the camera and she said, "We want you to succeed as a member of the Senate Club." So her words has remained a very powerful motivation in my journey. So I invite you, fellow Toast leaders, not to get discouraged and not to allow other competitive items in the grocery stores or in Starbucks or anywhere compete with your $10 budget per month. Please consider contributing it to your professional growth and open yourself up to unlimited resources, both within the US Senate Toastmasters Club and our international portal, where you have access to the pathway curriculum, the membership. You can pay for your subscription yourself. You have like so many resources, magazines, events, shops, anything you want, it's all available. You might still have some questions. This Toastmasters thing, I don't really understand it. What's the need for me? Like, how long does it take before I become a really good speaker? It's not an overnight transformation. It is more like a journey. At the end of today's meeting, you can try to stay back for a few minutes and get to chat with other club officers. We might be able to answer some of your questions. The ball is in your court, fellow Toast leaders and guests. When you are making your next month's budget, you are going to make a decision as to whether or not you would want to commit your $7.50 to $10 to your professional growth or use it for coffee at Starbucks. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was a very timely and topical speech. I'm sure all of us here can appreciate the value of participating in US Senate Toastmasters. And I had forgotten to do this after the previous speech, but if anybody has any feedback or comments that they would like to give to the speech presenters directly, feel free to DM them in the Zoom chat. So I'll just give you a few minutes if you would like to do that. Also, Carol had posted some selected videos in the chat to our YouTube channel for that very thorough evaluation. And next up, we have our president and fearless leader, Carol, evaluating Jennifer's second speech.
Thank you so much, Mr. Evaluator, Mr. Toast Leader, fellow Toastmasters guests, and especially Jennifer. I just love that you gave such an amazing speech, specifically supporting and promoting Toastmasters. So the content right out of it was great. And your challenge in your team collaboration project was to learn lessons from the speech you gave last time and apply them this time. And so Esteban was your evaluator last time, and he recommended that you try to use more specific language, be more concise in your language. And you definitely did that. But then you just went like way beyond with all sorts of complicated new things. You had a PowerPoint presentation. PowerPoint presentations are tough, and you've got to practice those so that they're smooth. You had that a little bit of a lag when you started, but right from the intro, you grabbed us. Your intro was strong. You asked us a question, very specific with wonderful. Your PowerPoint was just beautiful with lots of different images and lots of excitement. And then you asked us to participate in a chat, having people put things in a chat and responding to the chat and managing a PowerPoint and giving a speech. Those are very complicated skills to do right out of the bat in your intro. And I just thought you did a fantastic job. It was very smooth once you got going. The body of your speech, when you started with the body of your speech, I love that you had all these comparisons, coffee, buses, apples. There was a lot of specifics, and the specifics help us understand what you're saying. Is it a journal, the New York Times versus apples versus, and then it was, I knew where you were going. I knew you were thinking about what could we do. I was just waiting for the ask. What do you want us to do? I did not feel for buts at all. I knew you were going to ask us to do something. And then you did. And you were extremely specific about what the ask was. I want you to join Toastmasters. Great return. I'm glad we recorded the speech. You know it is going to go up on our website as a pitch. And then you made the ask to everybody in the audience. This is a great use of your time. So you had, your intro was strong, your body, the specifics were very strong, and your conclusion was strong. The things I would recommend that you do if you were going to repeat this speech is maybe start a little earlier, so it's a little smoother. We don't have the lag as you get situated. But again, you're using this for the first time with some of these images. So I thought you did great with the PowerPoint. And then I would just slow down a little bit because you were making the ask. You want us to reflect on all the amazing content. So thank you for a wonderful speech and urging all of our many guests to join Toastmasters. Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Carol, for that